Snow-covered peaks, a 6-hour stage today up La Molina. Attacks from the Eagle of Durango. Marc Soler responding. This is the Volta Catalunya stage 3 from the Vila de Cans, the style outlets, where my wife has bought some stuff before, to La Molina. Not that hard a climb, usually a big bunch finish like we had yesterday. Sorry, I didn't have time to make the video. Ethan Vernon won ahead of Matthew Brennan, but today's stage, lots of long, gradual climbs where we see Julius Johansson controlling the breakaway, containing one of the trucks, Bruno Armorel, Mats Wenzel, Lorenzo Germani and Molinar from Caja Rural. Lotto were also controlling, so they were clearly confident in Lennart van Eetveld. We start the 1 hour penultimate climb, the Col de la Croita, where Armorel goes solo. I don't think intentionally, but the peloton was getting a lot closer under the pacing of Novak. He brought it down to 150, 212, and then actually the gap went out again when UAE Team Emirates came off the front, and it was Lotto controlling, I believe it was Ruben Thompson maybe once again. Matthew Brennan was able to survive this port, but now they went down, and then they come back around to do La Molina. Yeah, it's 11 Ks, 12 Ks, but there's a descent in it, some easier Ks. Hard to get big gaps. The climbing's maybe 6-7% on a big road up to the ski resort. Armorel started with 40 seconds. UAE bring that back with Pablo Torres. They've got Adam, Richard Yates, Marc Soler for Juan Ayuso, their leader, who's won in Drome or Fornadesh. Can't remember which one. He's won in Terreno Adriatico and a stage. And he's won in Trofeo La Guelia. But attacks start to rain. No one really wanted to control. Buchmann following, I think maybe Christian Rodriguez. Soler, UAE's plans to go with those moves rather than chase it down. Enrique Mas or Nairo following. Then the Eagle of Durango, Sepp Kuss, he's back. He just needed a little bit of good weather. Just needed some sun on the shoulders. Dancing. Ben O'Connor chases him down. Adam Yates gets on the front. We see his brother, Simon Yates, peeping over, like, what you doing? Chasing my boy Sepp down, and so the move with Kuss and O'Connor doesn't go anywhere. Draft is huge on these sort of climbs. It's really hard to get a gap, although once you do have a gap, if it then stalls behind like O'Connor did maybe last year or the year before, then actually you can make it stick. But Pellizzari and Bora, they start to take control. They got Roglic here. Pellizzari's talking to Roglic, what pace you want, boss, and they've just been up the mountain for the last month or so, and this is like a 700 meter, 800 meter, 5% finish, which is pretty good for Primoz Roglic from his history. He's won about 1 million races like that. Ayuso goes second wheel, Enrique Mas fourth wheel, and when you see the peloton in this shape, 4-5 wide, you know the pace ain't serious. People aren't dropping. Riders who were dropped were coming back. So Pellizzari was just riding a defensive pace, and then we're going to see more attacks from riders who want to try their luck. And riders have lost time on GC because stage 1 was so attritional. George Bennett jumped, Lorenzo Fortunato went with him, Marc Soler once again, and they're sort of attacking each other, or it looks that way at least. Fortunato's not pulling, Soler's kind of stopped starting. You know how it is, you've all watched the Vuelta videos, let him cook, and Pellizzari just controls it. None of them are a big GC threat, and Roglic can still probably control with the sprint in the last 500 meters. He'll do his teleport Roglic stomp thing. Soler goes solo, and then we see Kuss dancing across as well with 4.5 Ks to go, and then Pellizzari can't pull anymore. So Riccitello with Bennett dropped, he tries his luck for Israel Premier Tech. Carapaz is here for EF Education Easy Post, so they actually put, I think, maybe Cepeda on the front, someone, Baudin, I don't know, no, he's in copy. They put someone on the front to control. Last 1,500 meters, they've done the descent. It kicks back up again. We've got Felix Gall for Decathlon, Agile Desert, La Mondiale, and 800 meters to go. It looks like our group of 3 are going to be caught. It kicks up, quite steep here, and then levels off again towards the finish. But Felix Gall, he jumps for Decathlon. Roglic is on his wheel. Roglic is not on his wheel. So Ayuso also was a bit wide and out of position. So he scoots to the front right there. Roglic in the saddle accelerates back to Felix Gall. Felix Gall is the seated attack, Froome-style attacker. He's attacking right now on the steep the narrow slip road here, where maybe one of you has a chalet for skiing, although I'm not sure the skiing. A lot of snow near me at the moment. I'm not sure if there is in La Molina. Gall attacks. Roglic is into his wheel. Carapaz is fighting for his wheel with Ayuso. Soler slides on, and actually he's going to do a good lead out for Ayuso. The problem is there's a left-hand, big, sweeping, hairpin turn coming up. Soler gets jumped on the other side by Roglic, and Ayuso's got his wheel on the wrong side of Soler, and so when Roglic jumps, Ayuso has to go the long way around, and he's not immediately on the wheel because Roglic swings back the other way. You can see Roglic, it looks like he's got the jump, it looks like he's doing it on easy mode. Mikel Landa's doing it on easy mode. Ayuso squeezes through on the barriers, then opens his sprint. Roglic gets into the drops, bucks a little bit, goes very wide. Ayuso pushes him wide, and we can't really see from the front on who's won. Roglic came back at him fast. Roglic's mistake here. Going through the bend, you can, or he should have gone all the way to the barriers. Jebel Hafid sprint finish Noah's from the Lutsenko era when I think he lost it like 5-6 years ago. You're always on the Jebel Hafid finish. You swing through and you go to the barrier straight away. But you got to do it straight away. You can't re-establish your line, which Roglic has now established his line here. He's established it with a gap to Ayuso, and he's also done the shoulder check and sees Ayuso there. It's kind of like he switched off. Now he can't close the door. You can't close it now when you've already left the gap open, and indeed he doesn't. Ayuso comes through. Roglic has to then re-accelerate with 100 to go, and he has to go the long way around, and indeed Ayuso's able to win this sprint by, I didn't see the photo, but it was really, really close. Roglic, with the bike throw about a meter afterwards, was ahead of him. He did a better bike throw in the drops. So very, very close. Maybe an omen of what's to come in the Giro d'Italia. Ayuso winning the stage ahead of Roglic, Landa, Martinez, Van Eedvelt, Mas Bernal, Lopez, Carapaz, Yates. 6-hour stage, and yet very, very small gaps. There was like 20 guys in 4 seconds. Here's what one Ayuso had to say after the stage.
If you can tell us how's the end of this stage been, but especially if this is a candidacy for a GC also in this Volta Catalunya.
Yeah, of course, that's the main goal, but here it's very important to win stages because they always also come with bonus seconds, and this race many years have been decided for less than 10 seconds, so it's important to get these wins.
As you know, last year your team already got the GC victory in this competition. I guess, is that an extra pressure or just a blessing?
No, it's nice. It's a blessing. We have number one in our team, which is Soler, thanks to Tadej last year, and I hope next year they also have number one.
In terms of GC, same small gaps apply. Ayuso 6 seconds ahead of Roglic, Landa on 11 seconds, and Mas 14. So the uphill sprint in San Feliu in the rain was literally more decisive than the 5,000 meters they cruise around today for 6 hours. Funny how cycling works sometimes. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you at the recap of another similar uphill finish where I think Roglic might win tomorrow.